Ava Thompson was just trying to live a normal life. At 25 years old, she was an aspiring writer who had recently moved to the small, serene town of Pinewood, New York, seeking inspiration and tranquility away from the chaotic city life. But one fateful evening, a single lie would seal her tragic fate, dismantling everything she had built. Was it truly an accident that led to her disappearance, or was there something deeper at play? Tonight, we explore the unsettling mystery that left a small town shaken to its core. On October 15, 2019, Ava vanished without a trace during what should have been a routine evening jog. Her absence sent shockwaves through her community, igniting a frantic search that would reveal a twisted tale of deception, betrayal, and heartbreak. Friends and family who once filled her life with joy found themselves grappling with unanswered questions and unsettling truths. It was a cold, overcast evening in the sleepy town of Pinewood, New York. The streets, usually bustling with evening walkers, were eerily quiet that night. The year was 2019, and no one could have imagined the dark turn that would soon envelop this close-knit community. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows on the quaint houses that lined the streets, their windows darkening one by one as if the town itself were holding its breath in anticipation of an unfolding tragedy. Ava Thompson was not just an aspiring writer. She was a vibrant soul who infused warmth into the lives of those around her. Known for her kindness and creativity, she had moved to Pinewood to escape the relentless pace of city life and to find inspiration in nature and the quiet of small-town living. Friends described her as someone who always lit up the room, with an infectious laugh that could lift anyone's spirits. However, beneath her bright exterior, Ava harbored secrets, fears and insecurities that she kept hidden from even her closest friends. The weight of these secrets would soon collide with the events that were about to unfold, forever altering the fabric of her life. On October 15, 2019, Ava left her home for what seemed like an ordinary evening jog. The sun had just begun to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, but as the minutes turned to hours and darkness enveloped the town, her friends began to worry. When she failed to return home by nightfall, Daniel, her close friend, felt a growing sense of dread. He reached for his phone, feeling the weight of anxiety pressing down on him. Daniel was not just a friend, he was Ava's confidant, the one person she often turned to when life felt overwhelming. As the hours passed without a word from her, he reached out to mutual friends, each call echoing his mounting fear. When he finally called the police, he described Ava as being stressed lately, but never elaborated on the specifics of her troubles. She was different, he told the officer, his voice cracking under the strain. Something was bothering her, but she wouldn't talk about it. The police initially believed Ava had simply left town to clear her head, a common occurrence in their line of work. But as the night dragged on and no sign of Ava materialized, a break in the case emerged. Daniel received a text from Ava's phone that read, "I'll be gone for a while. Don't look for me." The words sent a jolt of fear through him. Something felt off. Ava would never send a message like that. Her words were always filled with warmth and care. This felt cold and distant. But there was one problem with the text. It didn't sound like her at all. Those who knew Ava well could sense the difference. It was as if a stranger had penned the message. What was she hiding, and who was she trying to protect? The questions loomed large as the night deepened, and the small town of Pinewood held its breath. Detective Sarah Green, a seasoned investigator known for her sharp instincts, took over the case. She arrived at Ava's quaint, modest home, determined to uncover the truth behind the disappearance. With her team, she meticulously combed through Ava's belongings, searching for any clues that could illuminate the mystery. It was during this search that they stumbled upon a half-written letter tucked away in a journal. The letter was incomplete, but its contents sent chills down Green's spine. It suggested that Ava was indeed being threatened, possibly by someone she trusted. As the investigation unfolded, various theories emerged. One theory suggested that Ava had run away to escape a stalker who had been following her. Friends recalled instances where Ava had mentioned feeling watched during her evening runs. However, another lead pointed to a troubled relationship with an old acquaintance, Jake, who had recently resurfaced in her life. Jake, when questioned by police, claimed he hadn't seen Ava in months and had no idea why she would have been in distress. Detective Green later said, "Ava's case haunted me from the start. There were too many unanswered questions. Each lead seemed to bring us back to square one, as if Ava had vanished into thin air." Her words resonated with the urgency of the situation, highlighting the complexity of the case. The police worked tirelessly, and their efforts paid off when they managed to obtain security footage from a nearby convenience store. In the grainy video, a figure could be seen trailing Ava during her jog. The quality of the footage was poor, making it nearly impossible to identify the individual clearly. Yet, Detective Green felt a sense of déjà vu. Something about the way the figure moved seemed familiar, like a ghost haunting the edges of her memory. This new evidence reignited the investigation, pushing the team to delve deeper into the shadows of Ava's life. It wasn't until 3 weeks later that the town received the shock of their lives, an unexpected development that would change everything they thought they knew about Ava's disappearance. After weeks of searching, the tranquility of Pinewood was shattered when a local hiker traversing the dense woods on the town's outskirts stumbled upon a shallow grave. The hiker, out for a peaceful afternoon walk, initially thought it was just a pile of debris, but as they approached, a sense of dread washed over them. Inside the grave, amidst the disturbed earth, they discovered Ava's belongings, items that had been reported missing weeks earlier, now stained with blood. The sight was chilling, and the implications were devastating. The hiker, visibly shaken, later recounted to the media, "It was the last thing I expected to find. My legs went numb when I saw it. I immediately called the police." His voice trembled as he spoke, the weight of his discovery evident in his eyes. The news spread quickly through the small town, stirring fear and anxiety among its residents. As the evidence piled up, attention turned towards Daniel, the friend who had initially reported Ava missing. Law enforcement had dug deeper into Daniel's background and found inconsistencies in his story. Under pressure, Daniel confessed that he had known more than he initially revealed about Ava's situation. His admission hinted at a much darker reality, one that forced everyone to reconsider their assumptions about the people closest to Ava. In a twist that left investigators reeling, Daniel admitted to spreading a lie about Ava's disappearance to protect her, but protect her from whom? He claimed to have seen something that night, something that terrified him enough to keep silent. As he revealed fragmented memories of a confrontation between Ava and an unidentified individual, a chilling silence enveloped the room. It became clear that the case was far more complex than anyone had imagined. But just when it seemed the case was solved, a final twist left everyone speechless. A piece of evidence that turned the investigation on its head, suggesting that the true danger may have been closer than anyone expected. The investigation concluded that Ava's disappearance was intertwined with a complex web of lies involving Daniel and Jake. Both men had their own secrets concerning their relationships with Ava, complicating the narrative surrounding her fate. It ultimately emerged that Daniel's deception, intended to protect her, had inadvertently placed Ava in jeopardy, resulting in her tragic death. The chilling reality was that the very people she trusted were entangled in circumstances that led to her disappearance. Following a lengthy investigation, the legal repercussions began to unfold. Daniel was charged with obstruction of justice, his initial attempts to shield Ava from harm now painted as misguided and dangerous. Jake, on the other hand, faced more severe charges and was ultimately found guilty of manslaughter. The trial was a spectacle that left the community of Pinewood deeply divided. Some residents viewed Daniel as a victim of circumstance, caught in a situation he never intended to escalate, while others believed he bore significant responsibility for Ava's fate. Pinewood struggled to heal in the aftermath of the case. The residents grappled with feelings of fear and betrayal, as Ava's disappearance had shattered their sense of security. Memorials and candlelight vigils were held in her honor, serving as poignant reminders of the loss the community had suffered. For many, Ava's memory remained a painful symbol of how fragile trust can be, a lesson that resonated deeply within the town's collective consciousness. Ava Thompson's story stands as a haunting reminder of how a single lie can irrevocably alter the course of a life. It highlights the profound impact of our actions, how even the smallest decisions can lead to tragic consequences. As the town of Pinewood attempts to move forward, Ava's legacy serves as a cautionary tale, urging everyone to consider the weight of their words and the potential fallout of deception. Do you believe the investigators missed any crucial clues in Ava's case? Or do you think the outcome was inevitable? The complexity of her relationships and the web of deception surrounding her disappearance have sparked many theories and debates. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could shed light on aspects of this case that others may not have considered.